What is good, family? It is your brother Fatboy Fish, and we are back in the sanctuary with your brother. Family, give me a couple seconds. All glory given to your Father, for he is worthy. Family, today is Wednesday. I will not be releasing this video until Thursday, but I want to get it knocked out so I don't have to be stressing, so I can get my mind wrapped on all the different lessons that will be brought to me. And I do my research and my studies. You know how your brother is. When I ask your Father and I ask him to put certain things to my mind on what he would like me to go over, and then when I do my studies in depth and my research and all of that, family, we're gonna have new shows for tomorrow. But today is Wednesday, family. It's Wednesday, the 21st, the 22nd, one of them, family. And I'm gonna release by the time I make it back home today, I'll release the shows from Tuesday. But I haven't had time to release them for today. You seen I didn't get a chance to release my other shows until later. What was it? Later yesterday, later on Monday. But then y'all got the shows. I know y'all did because I released them. Hopefully the YouTube will let y'all see them. I don't know. Some people act like if I release a show today, some people act like they might not get it in a month's time, family. I did it on Monday. They won't get it until 4 weeks later, family. It's a damn shame, family. But what's good though, family? It is your brother Jehoshaphat. I wanted to finish, family, because I have not been able to finish on the topics from all the different lessons, family, from Monday. From Monday's lessons, I didn't even get a chance to finish it. But before we get into that, I just wanna okay, now for my brothers and sisters, family, I have never felt comfortable in this country, family. Never. I have never felt comfortable in this country. I have never felt like, don't get me wrong, take away my religion, take away everything that was happened to my ancestors. Take away my religion for a second. Let's put that aside. Take away the fact that I'm black and everything that happened to my ancestors. Take out those two factors. And I still never felt comfortable in this country, family. I never felt that this is my country. I never felt like this place belongs to me. I've always felt this way, family. I live in America. Take away what I believe in and who my people is, and you would just call me American, a black American person, right? Minus the things I believe. And with saying that, I have never felt comfortable in this country. I have never felt like this place is mine. It belongs to me. It's part of my family. You know what I'm saying? I never felt that way, family. I have always felt like a foreigner living inside my enemy's gates. That's what I feel like, family, living in America. Family, ever since I was a little kid, I feel like a foreign person living inside of my enemy house, and my enemy is known for attacking me. And if I didn't have to fight all of them damn racist people in my past, maybe I wouldn't say that to this day. Maybe if my people didn't have 400 years of slavery hanging up over their head, maybe it'd be different for me today. I'm looking at these two doves that flew by my car, these two pigeons. They look like doves, though. And they looking at me all crazy. They came over here just to look at me. But family, I have never felt comfortable here. And they in love too, because they kissing on each other. These two birds, the two doves. I need to get some love like that in my life. You know what I'm saying? But God got my destiny, family, all in the palm of his hand. And it's by his will that I live. So I better be happy with that. Hallelujah. Now, family, what was I talking about now? Family, I never felt comfortable in this country, family. Okay, now for my brothers and sisters, other Hebrews that feel that we are indigenous to this country, you got some strong stuff that you was talking about, and the people, if let's say for instance that the black people of America actually was indigenous to this country, from what y'all saying, y'all got a strong argument, brother. Y'all got a strong argument, brother. But I believe in God and he speaks, and this is not our country. I've never felt comfortable here, family. If you give me a map right now, I could point to where I come from, family. You know what I'm saying? I've never been over there, family. I have never been. Even if I didn't know that's what God said, I will be naturally attracted to that place, because that place is a promise from God to me. Now, that place where them people is inhabiting, I've always felt like that was my place. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, inside of my heart. Why I feel more comfortable with that over there than being up over here, family? I don't know, family. So for my brothers and sisters who think that this is your country, that your people, that they were, maybe some of them was, family. Maybe some black people was indigenous to being over here in America. Maybe they did look at, maybe they more African, but my people don't come from here, family. You know what I'm saying? We come back from the land of Canaan. what is it called now? The Israel people occupy that land now. We come from the land of Canaan, family. I'm a Canaanite, family. That's where I come. That's the land that I know the Canaanites, we killed them, but that's the land I come from. You know what I'm saying? Canaan, you know what I'm saying? Israel, family. That's where we come from, family. We're not from America like that. So, and we're not Africans, family. We're not. Okay, now, I already know I wrote this on a piece of paper. I already know I wrote it on that piece of paper right there. But I just want to ask, family, for all the people who, I'm so happy I don't call myself no damn African American no more. I'm so happy because I tell you right now, that is a social construct. I hope you know that, right? I hope you know that is a social construct. Tonight, I want you to look up what a social construct mean, and that's what you being an African American is, family. If you accept it, then damn it, you are, family. I can't accept that, family. That was just thrown and given to us. I can't accept no damn social construct, family. I can't do that, family. But just roughly off the top of my head, and I know it got it too written on these pieces of paper, but family, Africans don't even call it as self-Africans. Why do you call yourself African American? A white man named Africa. You should know that by now. You should know that a white man named Africa and all the different black people, the so-called African people that live in Africa, they don't even call themselves African. So why do you call yourself African when the African people don't even, they will not recognize that as the name of their country because white people named it. That's what white people called it and put it in their books. Ain't no African people, ain't no black people over in Africa ever said, you know what, we want to be called Africans. They didn't do that. That was that white man name. And people can get mad at me for saying it, but it's the truth. You can hate it all you want. You know what I'm saying? So black people of America, you calling yourself black is a social construct. I want you to look it up and see what it means, family. Because I just gave you a partial of what the definition is. I didn't even give you the full definition of what it means, but it still remains in the same grounds, family. Will you accept that? You know what I'm saying? It's something that you don't have to accept that, family. You don't have to accept being called African American. Back in the 60s, our people called themselves black. I'm going to stick it to that. I'm a Hebrew, family. I know I'm a Hebrew, family. But since my people called themselves black, I'm strict to that, family. I'm going to just stick to that because that's what I said, family. I know I'm a Hebrew, family. I know that, family. There's no doubt in that. I know that I'm an Israelite. I know that, family. But my people called themselves black. You know what I'm saying? So I got to stick with that, family. Because that's what I said I was going to do, family. If I didn't say those words, I would be calling myself just like all my other brothers. That's what it is, family. That's what it is, family. So we're just going to go through just a little list that I just want you to use your common sense of why you are not African. Why you're not. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that you're African when you're not African? Now, I told you several times on this show, those is our cousins. Those is our cousins. Those are kinfolk, but they're not our kinfolk like that. Let's put it like this. Now, I would be compared to African people, I would be your second cousin. Compared to African people, I would be your third cousin. Compared to Africans, I would be your fourth cousin. Compared to African, they will be so damn distant cousins that we don't even look like them, family. Look at us, family. Take away the rape from the European, the white people that they did to us. And they raping our people and our women and our men and our children. Sad, even raped our children, family. Then they wonder why all these damn pedophiles is running around because they're not raping our children no more. They got to rape somebody, family. You know what I'm saying? They don't stop doing what they doing. They got to rape somebody. It's in them, family. Now, that's another thing that my people don't understand. Like, how white people feel about you, you should feel about them. You should, family. They follow the Bible, but the saddest thing about it is they're not the ones the Bible talking about. They really, and we'll talk about it tonight. I'll bring it up in scriptures. I'll bring out the scriptures and everything because, like it or not, we're still in studies. Everything that I've been bringing to you the last 3 weeks, and we're still in studies. We don't stop studies up over here. Don't stop up over here. Who you think you're talking to? This is Jehoshaphat. But white folks, they think the way that you should, black man. For all my black people across this world, Hebrews, black people of America. However white people feel about you, you should feel about them. For they think they are the chosen people, but they are not, family. They are not the chosen people. They ain't never been in captivity. They ain't never, nothing, family. They ain't never been through nothing like what you have been through at all. But for some reason, family, they hold so much onto your customs and your traditions that they think that you. They think that you. So when you talk about black people in this country, white people feel the way that black people is supposed to feel. Family, they look at you like you're a heritage. You're an inheritance. Like I get mad all the time and they be talking about slavery this, slavery that. Your people was never slaves. White people told you what the hell you were. You were property. That is not a damn slave. But then people get lost in translation and it goes over their head. We was labeled as property. What the hell? That is not slavery, family. That is something completely different. I can sit down here and break down every single thing that you could do to a person in slavery. Far as our customs, our heritage, and our tradition. I can break it down, family. And every single thing that white people did in this country is not slavery. They labeled you as property. That speaks a lot for them. However white people feel about you, you should feel about them. You really should, because they think that they're the chosen people. And if white people think that they're better than you, you should think that you're better. You should feel that you're better than them, family. However that they feel about your people, you need to feel that away. I told you, they assimilated all your customs. And people would be saying, well, I don't like slavery and this, but they corrupted everything that they touched. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be done like that. You know what I'm saying? But far as it doing it the right way, yes, they were. You know what I'm saying? How they went, but then they think that they think that they're you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, they stole everything from you. They even stole your culture, your tradition, and your heritage, your history. They stole everything, and then they threw it at you. They started using what you were supposed to do to other people. They used all those things on you. However, ancient Hebrew people feel about the rest of the people of the world, that's how white people feel about black people. Not all, but the majority rules. Let's play no games. But let's get back up into this. Why is it that black people feel that they're Africans? I'm gonna go over this list and tell you why you should not feel that way. I'm just gonna tell you why you should not feel that way. Why do you think that you're African? That don't even make no sense. Here it go right here. Boom. Wrote it down. I'm not playing with you, family. Okay, now for the starters. They said that black people captured black people and sold them to Europeans for guns, rum, silk, tobacco, liquor. That's all they sold your people. They said that black people stole, and when you get a black person versus another black person, that's what it's looked like. But why did those black people sell those other black people? Because they were never part of their tribe. They were never part of their people, so it was easy for you to sell somebody who is a foreign person that is not your people, that you have captured. African people used to plague our people, family. When we went over to Africa, when we was running from the white people here in this country, the Europeans, the Romans, their ancestors, I got to be real with you, family. I got to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? They can try to hide it all they want. The truth is out there. You can slow me down, but you can't stop the rest of my brothers and the rest of my sisters. You can't stop us all. You can slow me down, but you cannot stop me. You cannot stop this. You will never be able to stop this, what God has started. Remember that. Now, when white people ancestors, the Romans, they was chasing you out of your homeland. They completely decimated your homeland. Your homeland, they decimated, but that's what our people get for once again being disrespectful to our Elohim, to our God, family. We did that, and that's what God do to us every single time. He will lock us up. He will beat us. He will put down his heavenly wrath, and he has every reason to inflict us with all of the yoke of slavery and torturement and punishment, because we deserve that for being rebellious to our God. We deserve that, family. But Romans chase your people up out of they decimated your all of Canaan, family. They destroyed it, family. But we deserve that. We ran, family. We ran up out of Canaan, and what's next door? Africa, family. We ran, but our staying, even though we stayed in Africa for about 1,500 years before the white people came and got us up on boats and stuff. Once more again, we did that. You know what I'm saying? Once more again, we did that. You know what I'm saying? But we were constantly fighting against the African people. Does that sound like we were friends? Family, does it sound like we was close cousins? Does it sound like we was getting along? They would kill us. They would slaughter us. You know what I'm saying? They would invade steal our people. You know what I'm saying? They was doing all kind of stuff to us. But you got to imagine all the Africans got together and did that to us. That's why I don't got love for African people like that. All of them was united kicking our ass, family. You couldn't get one African tribe, the Zambulas, to come over there and hurt us. No, we would tear their ass up and have them running. It took all the African tribes to get together to get us out of Africa. That's what happened to your people. So when white people sit up here and they tell you they sold black people, captured other black people and sold them to the Europeans for guns, for rum, for silk, for tobacco, that's what they talking about. They came and captured our people because we are not the same people. Now, okay, my sister said that it's my older sister. I got respect for her. I will not say her name out of fear of what people will the ridicule. But she said that the Levites are in Africa, just like I told my people. The Levites are in Africa. You know what I'm saying? The Levites are in Africa. Do we have some Levite blood here? I believe we do, because look at me, family. The Levites, they always kept themselves trimmed for so long, family. You have to keep your stuff trimmed up. Trimmed up. Your hair, from the top of your hair to your beard, had to be a certain length. Now, your people, the Levites, did that for so damn long that their hair got a permanent length, family. My hair don't grow like that no more, family. My hair, it only grows a certain length, family. That's for thousands of years of us kept on trimming and trimming and trimming and keeping our hair a certain length. Could your brother be a Levite? I think I do have some Levite blood in me, family. I believe so, family. I'm not playing with you. This is not a game. But back to them saying when black people, so yeah, Africans was rounding up Hebrew Israelites and selling them to white people for guns, tobacco, and rum. But what the Africans didn't know, that anything that happened to the Hebrews would happen to them. Because we look the same. We almost look the same, family, but we're not Africans, family. We never was Africans. We lived in Africa for about 1,500 years. We did occupy, and we fought the Africans. We not cool like that with them. You know what I'm saying? They never liked us because of our God. We don't sacrifice our babies to Baal or nothing like that. All them stuff that they be doing a whole lot, family. We don't do that, family. That is not in our customs. And even though we look alike or we look similar, that is what drove us apart. Our God, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't respect the fact that we believe in one God. We don't serve all these 20, 50 different demons and stuff. We don't do that, family. So once more again, when white people said that black people was rounding up other black people, no, they was Africans, or so-called Africans was rounding up Israelites, Hebrews, and selling them to white people. The Romans, Americans, American people. You know what I'm saying? Their ancestors, family. Same damn people, family. So let's go over some reasons why you should know not to be thinking that them people is your people. Just common sense, family. Before we get into anything, and it seems like I might have to come back tonight for another show. It really seems like that, because this one page, I don't know how I'm going to react. So when people be telling me about going back to Africa, why go back to Africa for? We was never for Africa. We live on the side of Africa. Our land is Canaan, family. We never was African. I'm not supporting, no, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? If African people want to convert into to be what we believe in, then I'll support that. But I don't believe in that demon worship, and those are our distant cousins. And don't act like it's been a cakewalk with them people when they were killing us. And then you wonder why when they come up over here, they treat us the way that they treat us. Does that look like love? Does it look like friendly love? They know exactly who the hell you are. You just don't know who the hell you are. And I'm sorry, family, if they didn't like your ass then, why would they like you now? If they didn't like your people and they was killing them then, eating their heads, chopping them off, doing it, the cannibals, family, them Africans were some cannibals. They was eating on your people, family. Okay, family, we ate our own people when we was disrespectful, when our cities was under siege. Got a little bad. But any other time, we just didn't eat our people like that. We had goat and oxen and donkeys and mules, and we had stuff, family. Them people was cannibals, family. That's why we didn't get along like that, family. They was some savages. Talk about some savages. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them believed in some things that made them savages, and we fought all the time. Now, if we had bad blood in Africa, why wouldn't we have bad blood here in America? You see how they act. You see how they think they better than us. And I don't care if they just got here or they've been here for a while. They don't have to like it. Since I do YouTube, no African people like me no more. All the African people here in Fresno, they hate my ass because they know I'm telling my people the truth. They know who you are, but you don't know who you are. And they gonna lie to you in your face and say, oh, we're brothers, we're Africans. No, we're not Africans. Don't get this twisted. You know what I'm saying? Quit twisting up the game. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go back. So back to Africa. No, we're going back to Canaan, where we come from. Okay, now. Oh, but y'all just can't believe that everybody ain't got no name. Like, you ain't got no real name. Like, you don't come from somewhere. Like, God didn't give you a certain place. Oh, y'all not good enough to have a place. No, family, you are. It's just the fact that your people can't stop being disrespectful, and the eyes of the world is watching you. This whole world is riding out on you, black man and black woman. You just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all is not awakened to the truth. That you just don't know it, family. So let's get in this. If you were African, there is no type of date in Africa but about your history, and you in Africa. If you were African, why is there no type of date in Africa about your history if you were African? So I'm telling you that. Why you don't have no ties to Africa? You don't have no, and African people and their culture, they don't have nothing about African people leaving and going to America, because the people who left were not so-called Africans. That's why you don't have any history with African people. That's why it's not in their curriculums, their history books about you leaving Africa, because they don't care, because you never were African, family. Black people were never Africans. We are Hebrews, family. Hebrew Israelites. That's what we are, family. So if you were African, I would be able to go to somewhere in Africa and get a book about how white people did Africans wrong and stole their people and they stole them. There's nothing like that in any of their countries, because they don't care about you like that, because your ass is not a African. They're not even African. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand, y'all. Why do you call it? Why? I'm so damn happy I'm not no damn African American. Y'all just don't know. That's a trap from your government. That's a trap from the Roman people on you, family. That's a trap. Let's keep them confused. Let's keep them going. 30 years from now, we're going to call their grandchildren something else, confuse them even more, family. They have so many different traps for you, family. It's a damn shame. So why is it, brother, that you can't go to Africa and find your damn history? Because you never had no history there. All our history, we took it with us, family. We brought it here to this country. Them white people took your history and put it in your King James Bible and said, here, I'm going to beat you and I'm going to kill you, but you better not learn about your history. I'm trying to tell you the truth. You don't have to believe me, but it's a damn shame that one day you will know the things that I told you in 2018 was the truth that you needed to learn, but you didn't want to. Okay, let's move on. That's why you ain't got no tie. That's why you ain't got no histories in Africa, because your ass is not African. Okay, why didn't Africans not make America pay for what they did to their people? So if we were African, family, why didn't Africans make America? Why didn't they do something to them? You know what I'm saying? Sign some type of treaty, acknowledgement. Hey, America, you just stole 100 million of our people and enslaved them into slavery for 400 years. Family, they didn't say shit. They didn't say nothing. This is how you know that you're not African. If African people, if they actually took some so-called Africans and brought them here and did the things that they did, there would be no trade deals with Americans would not have no damn embassy up in Africa. America would have no foothold in Africa. America and Africa have been trading like a mug, family, trading up a storm, family, doing all kind of trade deals and policies and guns and all kind of stuff, family, for many of years, family, for many of years, family. This ain't no walk in the park with them. So if you were African, the African people would have made amends for the tragedy that it did to Africa if you was an African. You're not an African, so that's why they don't care about you like that. That's why they did not make America pay for what they did to their country, because we're not African, family. I'd say it to you one more time. If you was African, the Africans would make them America pay money, moolah, to get right, so they can get some of them good resources. We all know that. Oh, God blessed Africa. Let's don't get this twisted. God blessed the African people very well. He made their land the richest people of the land, because that's our folks. That's our cousins, family. Why wouldn't he do that? Now, they've been trading with these white people for over 50, let's say 80 years now, and ain't none of that came up. Nothing. Because you're not African. So when people call themselves African American, I'm not no damn American. I'm damn sure ain't African. My people called themselves black. They didn't say black American. They didn't say none of that. I'm not American. I'm a prisoner of war. My people, we're not no damn immigrants. We didn't come up over here freely, family. We ain't no damn immigrants, family. We are prisoners. I am a son of a prisoner of war. That's what you can call my people. You can call us prisoners of war. Because we did not come here with no shaking no damn hand trying to blend in and to adapt into this society. We were forced to adapt to this society. We were forced to integrate into this society. We was forced to become this society. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get our own right on here. We was forced to get on the bottoms of them bales of them slave ships and be shackled up here. That's what happened, family. So I don't understand. I'm so damn happy I'm not no damn African American, family. I'm so happy I'm free. Okay, now If black people were African Americans, what would make America pay some type of settlement for what is government done? So if you were African, the African country would make America pay some type of settlement for what it done to Africa. It didn't do any of those things, family. It did not do any of those things because, once more again, you're not Africa. If you were Africa, Africa would make America pay some type of agreement, some type of settlement for billions of dollars for what they have done. They have not done anything like that. Why is that, Jehoshaphat? Because we're not Africans. But if we were, the African countries would make America pay. They would. They have not, because you are not African. And that should show you that they don't give a damn about you, family. If you were African, you would be able to trace where you come from without a DNA test. So if you were African, and you came from one tribe, you know what I'm saying? You would know how to trace down who you are and where you come from without a DNA test. They can lie to you and say whatever the hell they want to you on a DNA test about this and about that, and you mix with this and you mix with that and you mix with that. All of those are damn lies just to confuse my people even more. If you were African, you should be able to trace where you come from. You cannot. Without a DNA test, you cannot. And those are just even more lies to get you to think that you're something that you're not. Moving on. If it's because you and your people were never African, living amongst your cousin is in their land. So we was living amongst our distant, and they so damn distant to us. It's a lot. It's like thousands of years distance in between us like that. You know what I'm saying? They like far distant cousins, way removed, family. I mean, way removed, family. No different than the Hindu people. It's like they are distant cousins. Do they act like it? You know, I'm gonna tell you, family. Okay, now, if you were African, they would fight for you. Does it look like they have done so? So if you was African, I'm telling you, Africa would have fought for you. You know what I'm saying? They would have fought for black people of this country. Have Africans ever fought for African Americans? But yet again, you still want to call yourself an African American, but your people were never Africans. And they're laughing at you. You know what I'm saying? They're laughing. Oh, them African American, they call themselves African. They really think they ain't got nothing to do with us. They laughing at us, family. Now look at all of they delegates and they ambassadors, and when they came to do that, all of the official people in Africa have never said anything about the enslavement and captivity of so-called Africans, the treatment of blacks in America, because we ourselves never was Africans. So look at all of the dictators and the ambassadors and the delegates, all of them different rich, famous people, high authority. Now, all of them people have been doing business with here in America, and once not have they said nothing about the plight of black people in this country. Not a one, family. Not a one time. Why is that, Jehoshaphat? Because once more again, we are not African people. We never were African. We never will be. If I went to Africa right now, I would not be an African. I would not. I'd just be a black man in Africa, family. Just like my people was 4,000 years ago, just black people in Africa, family. We're not African. If we were African, all of the delegates, the ambassadors, they would have did something. The official, you know what I'm saying, the official people in Africa would have made some type of settlement. They would have been raised in hell over the enslavement and the captivity of so-called black people and the treatment of black people here in America. Africans have said nothing. Why is that, Jehoshaphat? Once more again, we're not Africans, family. They're Africans. If they want to call themselves Africans, that's fine. But we are not, family, for we are Hebrews. And as you can see, it's nothing that we can do that people don't want to steal from us. Anything that a Hebrew does, people try to, it's nothing, it seems like in this country, anything that we try to do, people want to take it from us. You know what I'm saying? That should tell you that we the chosen people of God, family. That should tell you. They don't want you getting nowhere close up to where you used to be at. That's why they try to steal every single thing from you. They don't let us have nothing original. Don't. Nothing original, nothing. They will always try to copy and assimilate it just so they can try to push us to be into them. Oh, well, all the black, they think having dreads is good. Now all these white people wearing dreads, they take every single thing from us, family. They don't let us have nothing original at all. And then they see nothing wrong with it because they study trying to assimilate your people. They want your blood. They can say that they don't want your blood all they want, but your blood is the only reason of why they'll survive in the future. They know that, family. Without our blood that flows through our veins, family, they won't survive. They can bring in all the new, fresh white people they want, family. They can, from every Australia, Netherlands, anywhere they want. They're not still going to survive. They got to get some of this. You know what I'm saying? It's all up on this. They took so much of it. Now they can't live without it, family. They'll die, family. I hope you know that. You know what I'm saying? They raped your people so much the word of rape, the blood that's in them is the only thing that's keeping them going, but they gotta replenish that. That's why they always trying to find a brother and a sister so they can get that blood back, some more fresh blood back up in them for their survival. But black people, they don't think. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, the white man told me I can assimilate and I can be the white man, so I can. There's no love for your people. It's a problem that I'm sitting up here telling you need to unite with your people and be with your people and worry about your people. I'm not worried about none of these other people. I'm not worried. Sometimes I get up here and try to give them a good spiritual message, but when the ball falls and it's all said and done, black people is the only one I care about. You know what I'm saying? God said that his judgment will fall on the house of black people first. So before white people get judged, God is going to judge my people first. And I want to make sure that my people is surviving and living and thriving, making them aware of what's happening and try to save as many of them as humanly possible. So I don't know, family. I don't know why. I know I've talked about, and I know I've ventured off in a lot of different areas, but rewind it back, family, if you're hurting on it. Okay, now we'll wrap this up because, like I said, I got to come back tonight, family. Okay, now, so-called African Americans, they treat the treatment of black people in America because we ourselves are never was Africans. Not even native people of Africa call themselves Africans. So I told you, family, Africans don't even call themselves Africans. Why would you call yourself an African? We do. Why do y'all call yourselves that, family? Because they give you a false identity. It is a social construct. That means that always looks for an identity. So that's what it means, family. You will be as long as you calling yourself African American, you will always be looking out for your true identity, family. I told you who you were, but you won't believe me now, family. But God will open up your heart, family, for one day, family. One day you will know, for we are Hebrews, family. Don't you forget that. Now, always looking for an identity. What is social construct? An idea or a notion that appears to be a natural and observed to people who accept it. That's why I told you, family, you do not have to accept that. That is a social construct. African Americans is a social construct. If you accept it, then you'll be lost. You will always be looking for your identity. I'm not no damn African American. I know who the hell I am and who I come from, the land of Canaan. I know what my people did to our God. People don't understand that God is dealing directly with us very severely. I mean, very, very severely. He's not playing with us, family. He be playing with all these other people all he wants, but when it comes to us, he's tearing us up over here, family. Okay, now, what is a social construct? An ideal or notion that appears to be a natural or observed to people who accept it, but may not be, representative of reality. So even though they said social construct, that doesn't mean that it has to be a representation of reality. Now, you said that you call yourself an African American. That is, how did I say it? It's a representation of what you think your reality is. That's all it is, family. You calling yourself that's what you think it is, family. Social construct, family. You accepted it. You do not have to accept that. That does not have to be your reality, family. It is if you let it, family. And if you do let it, family, you will always be lost, family. You will always be lost trying to find your damn identity. Now I have to go over this one to let you know, family, why we are not African people. And for anybody who didn't like this message, oh well. For the people, they already hate me. I do YouTube. My life is hell on wheels now, family. You can only imagine all the hell that I catch for YouTube. You can only imagine all the hell that I have been through over YouTube. You can't imagine that. People hate my guts, family, for me just telling them what is real and what is not. You don't think all these different races of people don't hate my guts and try to make my life a living hell just because I get up here and speak truth to life to my people? That's why I say, family, support your brother. Now, this has been your brother Jehoshaphat. I guess we're going to have to come back tonight with some more time. But that'll be all right, though. It's just more time with your brother in the sanctuary. Peace and blessings be upon all my brothers and sisters out there in the world. For our Father, He lives, family, and He's watching, He's guiding, He's watching over us. Come make sure you come get some of this 9 o'clock prayer hour so you can be blessed for you and yours. All glory given to the Most High Yah, for He is worthy, and Him alone.